Welcome. Do you see the hexagon? Do you see the separation? Every separation is on 60. There are 2 and 1 split. Would you call it 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and 1? This is the split. This area over here is inside the split. Can I get myself a marker? Let me get myself a marker. This area over here is inside the split. X1 9, X1 11, V1 4, V1 6, 4 5 6, 9 11. You see the way the 4 and 5 is only half of the hexagon, 180 degrees, 60, 60, 60. It's 60 across. It actually meets right over here, the other 60. That is your peach sign. That is your shin. The sin and the sin. If we take this as the clock, or 360 degrees, we notice it cannot sit. It cannot sit on a point, right? If it sits on a point, this is the way it looks. Let me see the way I have it sitting on a point. Okay? See the way the time clock is sitting on a point? That is your sin and your sin. It's almost like man's arms are held up. You see his arms and his legs are inside this jail. You see this area here and the area here. Here is your K from the center. Here is your K from the center. We take it down, but we don't go all the way down. Okay? So we have this line over here, this line over here. We've brought these lines over here, here to here, here to here. Now, what other lines can we have? Do I draw any more lines? Are there any more lines to draw? I drew from here down. I drew from here down. So the other lines would come here. The other line would come here. So now you would have, you see the design on this? So if this was the clock of 360 degrees, from here to here is 1, 2. So every one of these is 10 minutes. Okay, if it was 10 minutes, where would that be on the clock? 10 minutes, 600 seconds. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 60 minutes. 60 degrees, 120, 180, 240, 300, 360. What would this be in hours? 60 divided by 6, this would be 4 hours. So it'd be 4 hours before. So the 24-hour clock or the 12-hour clock. On the 24-hour clock, this over here would be 8 o'clock. This over here, excuse me, this would be 8 o'clock at night. Make this 2000 hours over here. Make this 4 hours over here. On the 12 clock, okay, we're going to take off 2 hours, but this is still 360, but it's 360 of the 12. It's no longer 4 hours. It's now only 2 hours. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. So this would be 2 o'clock over here, and this will be 10 o'clock over here. That is the blue ball in pool. 10 and 2 equals to 12. So I just wanted to tell you that this will sit like this. The only way it sits like this, okay, do you see the difference over here? The right angle and the two side, the angles over here, the right and the left angle. What is the dimensions? How does this angle work? If this is east and west, right? Or is this east and west? 3, 9, and 3. 9 and 3 is over here. 6 and 12 is over here, but 6 and 12 stretches out all the way. 6 and 12. And all that you have left over is this corner over here and this corner over here. So we move all the way over. So what is the amount left? It's 2 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So you're left with how many hours? We're left with 4 hours here, and 4 hours here is 8. There's 16 hours in between of light. Night and night. This is your day. And then we turn this around. And this is the way I'm going to presume that is. Okay, so let me get back to this right now. Can I just shine this a little bit? Can I just get this proper? Is this proper? Proper. Let me get this down a little bit. Okay, so what we have there is 5 times. 5 is the letter E for the E spirit. The E spirit. The I spirit is 9. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 6 is 54. 6 times 10 minutes equals 1 hour. We don't get 9. We get 8 because the 9 comes from the one spirit. You see, 5 is actually equal to 4. And 9 is actually equal to 8, because the one spirit is what's in the center of everything. So we're gonna we can leave this at this, and I'm gonna move on to the next video. I'm never really happy with my videos unless I can actually explain to you. See, that thing is 360 degrees around. If it would sat like this, okay, it would have to sit in the sand. If it sits in the sand, it'll be soft and it'll groove right on in, and it'll be cutting. A ship moves like this and it cuts through. Remember, we have water that fills the void on top, and we have this V, the sand fills it below. Well, in the world that we live in, layman terms, if I had to be in the science terms, it would be a little bit different. But that's in layman terms that happens. Now, otherwise it sits flat. Now, if it sits flat, the point, okay, is not towards the top. And you have the center square, which I believe is the cube. Otherwise, you follow what I'm saying? I'm going to have to design this. Let me get out with the hexagon over here. The real hexagon, okay, on paper, the real hexagon on paper is here, 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 and here. It's not what you saw. We have a greater distance between here and here. If we had to run this as the clock, and if we had to run this as the cross, this is not the same as that one up there. Okay, you see the angles are much different. That one is even. So what do we count? Oh, first of all, this is not the same thing. This is not 6 sides. I'm sorry. That had 6 sides, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does have 6 sides, but that had flat sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a flat side here, a flat side here, a flat side here, a flat side here. But you notice the way this is more prominent than this one over here? What if I turn my book a little bit this way? We couldn't do what the other one does. So we know the other one, okay, had to be rearranged, more conform than this one over here. This is the only way we can do it in this world. A machine, okay, can make things, how can I explain this? Wow, I don't even like the way. So what would be this? This would be 3 o'clock over here. This would be 3 o'clock over here. Or it would be, what part? It would be 90 degrees, okay? This would be 6 o'clock, and it would be 180 degrees. 180 degrees is a straight line. 90 degrees from the top. Are we talking from the top, or are we talking from the center? I speak from the top. The clock, okay, the clock runs from the center. Right over here. I don't know.